Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Everything DB with Darius Butler.
Oh, let's go. Mike good?
Yeah,
Mike,
hell yeah.
great.
I'm great.
Hey, we
Sounds
learned
great.
you can't get too close to the board.
To the screen. All right. Let's get to it.
Design flaw.
Sure.
You can say that.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it. Worth it. Here we go. Let's get
Hefty
started, man.
price, too.
Some big plays
Penthouses are worth
from Week 8. Everybody remembers this play. This was a wild game, wild ending. Panthers, Falcons. P.J. Walker with probably the throw of the year. Should have won this game. But we're going to watch the Falcons on defense, some things they did wrong here. Middle linebacker here, he's kind of the middle run through. You only got a 3-man rush. So you got 8 guys dropping back in coverage. But focus on this safety right here because you're going to have DJ Moore get down the field and just play it real quick and just watch him. That's the big mistake in this play is pause it. As the deep half defender, you should be deep as the deepest. At least he got influenced by this outbreaking route, which is this underneath flat defender's responsibility, and he lets DJ Moore run right past him with 23 seconds left in the game when this ball was less than 23 seconds. Actually, I think the clock was running when this ball was snapped. You see everybody kind of slows down, and nobody expects P.J. Walker to break and make this type of throw. He's throwing this ball from the minus 35, and watch where this thing lands, man. Obviously, great job by DJ Moore not giving up on the play. A dot in stride in the middle of the end zone. They are sick at this point. Obviously, they think they're about to lose the game. DJ takes off the helmet. It's a questionable penalty to some. But, you know, everybody
Got to
knows
make
the
the
rule.
kick.
Everybody knows you got to make the kick. What was it, 43, 48 yards?
48 yards.
yeah.
Got to make it to win it, though.
Yeah.
To win it,
You got to make
that
it. That's
kick.
what you get paid to do.
You're saying he threw this from the 35?
35.
This is a 69-yard
Rolling
ball?
out to his left. So kind of similar to that ball that Kyler threw a few years ago to D-Hop. But, I mean, to make this throw, like this isn't a throw you see. I think Patrick Mahomes came out and said, hey, easily the throw of the year already. So shout out to P.J. Walker, man.
In
Big
stride.
play.
I believe I saw a stat that said it was the longest air yardage touchdown in I can't remember the year.
So how many yards?
So this is 65 to the end zone, right? So 35 to the end zone, 65-yard line. The reason why I know that is because anytime you take a punt snap, I'm looking at the little side thing. Where is our exact ball being snapped from? If I kick it to the end zone, how fucking far is this thing got to go? That's the only number you're taking in. So that's easy math. 65 to the end zone. Then it's what? That's another 4 yards into the end zone.
Jeez, yeah.
Probably 5. I'll say 5.
Okay, so this comes from Next Gen Stats. P.J. Walker's Hail Mary touchdown pass to DJ Moore traveled 67.6 yards in the air. The longest.
I think that's bullshit. I
the
think it's
longest,
further.
longest completion by air distance in the Next Gen Stats era, which has been since 2016.
I mean, if you let that ball hit, I mean, that's what, at least 4 yards, right? He's catching that over
caught
the
it right
shoulder.
there.
Unbelievable.
That's coming
throw.
down this way.
Yeah, probably hitting the A.
I mean, I wish we would have calibrated this. I didn't know we were going to even get in this discussion, so it's nobody's fault but my own. But you start looking into the thing. Where is halfway back in the end zone? The Atlanta?
Yeah.
That's 5 yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Lands all, yeah.
They're going to give him 70, man.
fucking 70
Yeah.
yards this dude just threw
On the
ball.
dot, too.
Yeah.
And this is for you just
Rolling
tie
out to
it
his
up.
left.
Rolling out to his left.
too, which is so hard to do.
So flipped his hips, was able to step into it a little bit, but it's not like he was running forward. Like this is an unbelievable throw. Great catch as well, but run it back one more time just to play it through as this deep half safety. Deep is the deepest. Anything underneath is fine. Let him catch it, tackle him in bounds, keep the clock running. You can't get influenced by this outbreaking route and let DJ Moore, of all receivers on this team, run by you.
Who do you think people were blaming on the internet for this particular fuck up, and who this is definitely not that person, or do you think the blame was probably placed?
I didn't watch. I didn't listen to I had the Sunday ticket on, so I don't think I had the audio on. But it's 1,000% on him. And this is a middle of the field linebacker right here playing the deep middle. So maybe it's been situations where I've been on teams where, and I think this clock was running here, but if they had a timeout, this is where you put a Randy Moss, a Kobe Fleener, or Rob Gronkowski back there, one of those type players, if you know this type of play is coming. But this wasn't necessarily a victory situation, I don't think. Still time on the clock. But you can't let that happen as a defense.
Didn't we against Atlanta? We had Kobe Fleener, I think.
Yeah, Fleener, Kobe
In
Fleener.
that building. We had Kobe Fleener go out on the field. We had a DB coach on the numbers while ball's being snapped, DB coach being pulled off the field, almost got a penalty. Almost got a. He was like in there because Kobe. You practice it on Saturday, the deep ball, where you get the tight end back there, you get a big wide receiver who's going to help bat the ball down or whatever on a Hail Mary situation. And this is the first time we'd ever used it, I think. So this DB coach, I don't want to say his name because it's the first time I'd mentioned his name on the show, and it shouldn't be just.
Sure.
Hey, big dumb dipshit move.
Yeah,
but it kind of was. I mean, he was on the numbers telling Kobe where to go or whatever. Ball's being snapped. He's fucking getting dragged. Like, they're actually, like, dragging this man who's, like, probably 55, 60 years old, backwards off the field.
Panicking.
Ball, panic. Full panic. Oh, shit. Ball lands 7 yards short, I think, doesn't make it to the end zone.
Matt Ryan.
15-yarder, though.
Obviously.
It was Matt Ryan, but
It was.
stressful
I
situation
think
for
you told the
coaches.
story actually about that pass.
Yeah.
That was actually when I thought to
First
myself,
read.
And the thing about these Hail Mary plays, we go through them on Saturdays in the mock game, but we never really do this live in practice. I've probably seen it one time live in practice, and that was probably this last preseason camp. So big time play right here.
Why don't they have another DB in back there instead of putting a linebacker back there?
I don't think this was a situation, if I'm correct, that they could substitute, because usually you have a victory, like personnel grouping, like, hey, this is a victory, we're going to seal the victory. These are the guys we're trotting out. But this, if you're a middle linebacker and in cover two, that is your responsibility to run and take the deep middle route. He just lined up back there. But yeah, you ultimately want a guy with ball skills back there to knock this down or pick it off.
AJ, why is the Mike linebacker fucking it all up?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. This ball is wide, too, for your middle reader to be there. He's there, but you got to stay deeper the whole time. Like, Eva, do you think this route for DJ, like, it looked like he slowed down. That's what kind of, he, like, hesitated a little bit at the top. Like, was this originally what he was supposed to do, you think?
Man, I think so, because you got him. It's kind of like the outside flood. You got the low out, you got the first level out, you got the second level out, and then he's just kind of usually a runoff guy, right? But they're trying to hit one of those other ones, get a closer shot to the end zone. Nobody's expecting a 70-yard pass from P.J. Walker in this situation.
Okay, so you're saying
you got to stay deep as the deepest though, as the deep half.
That's
defender.
clear out as that person's coming here and this person's coming here, and they're trying to get the ball to the fucking sideline, stop the clock.
Yep, exactly. I don't think they had any timeouts. So he's obviously playing this high to low, so we'll give up that one, even if he gets out of bounds. Now they're on the 50, got a couple more snaps. Don't want to give this one up, but you damn sure can't give this one up, right? And DJ Moore, I don't think he thinks he's getting the ball at this point until he sees the ball right now, like, oh shit. Let me go track it, and makes an unbelievable play. Obviously, he's juiced, he's amped, takes his helmet off, and then the kicker misses. That field goal and another field goal.
Yeah, you can't take the helmet off, obviously. Let's not make a habit out of it. But if you just so happen to be on the receiving end of a 70-yard fucking bomb against a division opponent when everybody's saying your team's quitting, and you get a little bit excited, kicker's got to make the kick.
Yep.
But I wonder if DJ, as he's running, going, holy fuck, it's still
Still
going.
going.
What a throw.
You know, like still go. 'Cause as you're trying to judge, like, well, it can't be that much further. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, boy.
I would like to hear his thoughts on it. Incredible throw, PJ. Congrats.
Yeah.
PJ?
PJ's had success everywhere he's played.
Yep. He'll be in the league for a long time. Second play. Did we get the second one in? We did. Okay, so Miami Dolphins against Fox's Detroit Lions. I could have made the whole reel about the Lions in tones.
Hell yeah.
Steelers too, but
Being good?
We'll see Tua right here. Lions actually fired their DB coach after this game.
Oh, no.
Just really, really bad communication. This is the 3rd and 6. Lions are up 14 at this point. You got Tyreek Hill motioning over, Okuda's motioning over with them. So at this final formation, you're gonna have a 3-by-1 set, right? Tight ends backside, Gesicki, and then you got Waddle, Hill, and then Sherfield up here. So you got 3 receivers up here. And what the Lions do here is they actually double team both Waddle and Tyreek Hill. So it's 3rd and 6. We're going double-double, all right? So I believe this defender and that defender are going to double Waddle. This defender and these 2 defenders will double Hill. So
What is so funny? Why are you like
so now you have 4 – no, because I'm saying you have 4 DBs on 2 receivers, so you would expect for at least these 2 guys to be taken out of the formation. But watch, as this play develops, it's going to be a switch release fade, and it's still going to be a wide, like, pause this right here. Like, if you have 2 double teams, there's no way a guy can be that open, especially a speed guy here. So
It's the Lions D-Bud, though.
I understand that, but this is really, really bad ball. 3rd down, money down. Obviously, Tua makes an accurate.
You run it from the beginning.
But like, what are we doing
Why?
here?
So I think AJ, I'll let you ask because I think you're asking the same thing as me, and I'll just be ready to highlight it.
Is he trying to disguise the double? What's he doing, DB?
I think here he's like, all right, I'm going to take away this crosser, right? Because that's a really tough route, and they do a lot of that. But so he's going to be outside leverage. I'm going to be inside leverage on this guy. And then you got Tyreek here. You got these two guys here. So I believe that's what he's doing. But, I mean, and I think he does it.
So this guy can't let him outside, right?
At all. That's what I was just about to say. You have to have very, very strong leverage on your outside hand from this guy, and then you got to be ready to help. Pause. So, like this guy, Tyreek Hill, he doesn't even have to really set a pick. It's kind of a natural pick almost, but he's running back from the beginning. You'll see Waddle's patient off the line, knowing like soon as Tyreek clears out, I know I'm going to be in a good situation right here.
That DB's got to slide. He's got to slide outside leverage at the snap, doesn't he?
He's got to be outside leverage.
Pre-snap.
Yep, out the snap. Especially with other bodies out here that could potentially pick you because you got to
do it pre-snap.
You want to at least be able to try to use your help. So this is bad execution.
Got a triple team.
Horrible execution.
Oh, he's
No
look at that. He
hands
took a
on
step inside, D-Bud.
Look at
You
it.
see from that.
Like,
Run
look-
it back, Pat.
Like you should
Run it back. He was almost outside.
Like you
Watch.
got to be.
If you run it, he
you
took
got
a
to
step
be
in.
like you got to be lined up. Your left shoulder got to be the inside of that one. Like you should be fully out here because you know you have a guy on the snap coming to help you inside out. So once he does this outside release, but it's bad ball. Like Foxy said, it's the Lions.
The amount of third and longs they converted was unbelievable. It had to be a record.
Do you think firing the DB coach, does that the same thing apply like with an interim guy coming in, or like does their secondary just fucking stink and doesn't
That
matter
seems
what
like
they're gonna
terrible
do?
scheme there, right? That's a bad plan. Is
It's
that
a good
why?
idea.
Oh, in
horrible
theory.
execution,
In
right?
theory.
Because all right, you calling this in the huddle. This play comes in. All right, we're going double. You know, we're doubling 17, we're doubling 10. We know that. But now the players got to figure it out from the play call to the alignment. Where are these guys aligned? You saw Tyreek Hill. He lined up over here. Then he motioned across. So how are we going to double it? It's going to be I'll be low, you be high. Are we going to be in and out? So now those 4 DBs got to be on the same page on how we're going to cover these 2 wide receivers. So like I said, as AJ pointed out, you got to get outside. Obviously he knows his help is in there. And then here I would try to get up in the press and be up underneath. But they actually do a somewhat decent job of running back. Even with Tyreek Hill, he even beats the leverage of the guy that's inside. So you're inside of Tyreek Hill, right, Paul? So Okuda's doing a decent job of staying outside leverage. But if Tua lets this play, develop and throws it to Hill, which he doesn't have to because Waddle's wide fucking open, Hill is going to cross his face too. So it's poor execution. Let it play, yeah. So if Tyreek Hill's still running, he's going to outrun that. So it's bad.
33 also trips over the 20-yard line, too.
Bad execution. Horrible. I mean, he wasn't fucking getting there.
So is this on? That's why the DB coach got fired because it's like, hey, the technique is just so poor.
It's bad. It's horrible. The communication. He makes that call into the players, and then they got to figure it out, from the huddle.
You think the Lions will turn it around this year?
Yeah, the Lions will get back.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's
Absolutely.
go. They're going to beat the Packers.
Absolutely not. This is
How about them
another-
trading T.J. Hawkinson?
It's bad, man. Second best receiving threat, but young player. You would think you want to build around him. It's tough, man.
In the
And then-
division.
I was about to say, and then in the division, I'm excited to see what the Vikings can do with another weapon like that, though, on offense. Great running game, great receivers, and now you got one of the better young tight ends in the game right here.
Lions the worst team you've ever seen in your life, or
It's a good question.
How old are you?
36. They've been pretty
Yeah,
shitty.
they're not as bad. They're not as bad as the 0-16 team led by Dan Orshlovsky.
Damn, Dan.
Dan.
You don't deserve that, Dan.
well, yeah, but Dan's getting into baseball now.
What?
So he's.
We did baseball in the last hour.
Did you see Dan giving his flyers to Schmaltzy last night?
No.
What happened?
Man, it
What's
was
going
awesome.
on?
What are you talking about?
He just showed me one of the coolest things I've ever seen on a baseball field in the history of my life.
Dan Orlovsky did?
Yeah, he did.
What was that?
Freaking
Missed that.
unbelievable. So fucking cool, man.
So what?
I just love.
Grow the fudge up.
I'm
dude.
getting. I will.
Grow
Like
the
Zach
fudge
Wilson.
up, man.
What did he do?
He's just fucking lying. Fudging, sorry. He's fudging lying. And we didn't know that until he started mocking how these people speak. It's unbelievable. I thought I missed something with Dan.
Oh, no,
I
no,
love
no.
everything
Yeah, I
Dan
thought
does.
it-
He's not lying.
I'm not- I'm being serious.
Yeah, Dan did have a video on Twitter about, John Smoltz just being so fudging good at his job. Listen to this. Just listen to this. Wait on the breaking ball. This is a guy who's prepared. This is so fudging cool.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Watch the
Oh,
video.
yeah. It's
Watch the
awesome.
video.
AJ, why are you saying no? What
He's
yeah,
giving John
that's-
Smoltz. He's
Smoltz is
giving
good at
John
what he
Smoltz
does.
props. I support Dane propping up another broadcast.
So do we.
Exactly.
Not everybody on this stage feels that way, though. Isn't that right?
Grow up.
I feel that way. I brought it up because I wanted to give Dan
disgusting.
his flowers for giving his flowers to Smoltzy.
You forced it in because you wanted to have
hey,
this
I-
whole discussion.
Foxy brought up Orlovsky.
Yeah.
First thing that popped in my
Sorry,
head,
Dan.
boom, making me remember how much I love baseball.
I don't love baseball as much as I love everything, DB, and I like this Eagles team a lot, too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So,
What was that all about?
hey,
Dan Orlovsky, this guy played college football with him.
Yeah, well, I mean, D-Butt knows. Orlovsky's the fucking
Free fucking-
fudging. Holy shoot. I am so sorry. I did not mean to say
the
that.
authority on court. I like Dan. Dan,
Yeah.
you know, we'll
I
get
love
to
Dan.
play it from a game he called this past weekend across the pond. But Jalen Hurts, man.
We love Dan.
Yeah, he's
Love him.
He's doing everything good this year.
We love you, Dan.
Obviously,
Dan.
huge day him connecting to A.J. Brown this day. I think this was the second of the 3 touchdowns they connected on. Pre-snap, I think, rewind it to the earliest point. All right, he might have cut this out. So before this, he read the pressure look, right? And then brought the tight end back to a protection set. Read obviously single high, so he knows he's going to have one-on-ones on the outside. We had a clip of him doing this a few weeks back. I think it was against the Commanders. Jalen Hurts, and from the pocket, obviously you making a read, you check the protection against what is pressure, and then you know you got your guy one-on-one. Now, rewind this. Witherspoon does a terrible job, I believe, at the beginning. You gotta, if you're gonna line up in a press against a receiver, you can't make it routes on air. Like, you have to disrupt that timing at some point, because when they start off practice with pat and go, pre-game, this is what they're doing. Let it play. They're dropping back. A.J. Brown's going to be in a spot, and Hurts is going to put it
Doesn't even get touched.
in the bucket. Doesn't touch him from the entire time. Run it back again. We're going to look at Minka in the middle of field safety, who you got one-on-ones on the outside, right? You got Devontae Smith. You got Skinny Batman. You got Swole Batman up here. He's obviously leaning to 11. At this point, you probably want to lean a little bit more, and maybe you get there. But this is a tough job on him, because you allow this receiver to run that red line that's on every practice field, hold that line, and then Jalen Hurts drops an absolute dot in the bucket, A.J. Brown. So, I mean, that's and if you play this from the back copy, if you remember this, the last time we saw Jalen Hurts do this, man. So he's been doing this all year. He's been consistent. Eagles have obviously done a great job protecting him up front, picking up this pressure look. And this is you can't run down there and hand it to him. Boop.
Oh,
So outside hands, this is exactly where the receiver wants the ball. Like, it's like you can't throw a better ball than that. You got to lean over a little bit more. Minka was there, I believe, on the first one. He kind of caught it over Fitzpatrick in the end zone. The last two were very similar to this one. So A.J. Brown had a day, and Jalen Hurts is doing his thing this year.
What's going on in Pittsburgh? I thought the defense was always the defense. They don't even get their hands on guy.
Steel curtain.
Well, I assume
They're not even getting a hand on the
I assume
guy.
he thought Jalen Hurts wouldn't be able to make that throw.
Shouldn't. Not at this point.
Not good. It's
Yeah,
not
watch the
feeded.
film.
Let's watch film.
Watch the film. Let's get to that. Let's fly through these. Let's fly through them. All right. C-Mac obviously had a huge day. Throwing touchdown, catching touchdown, rushing touchdown. Now defensively, run it back. Defensively, on defense, you have primary run defenders, and then you got secondary run defenders. And as secondary run defenders, unless your receiver is blocking you, if you're in a deep half, you never have run responsibility. You're in the deep third, same thing, unless your guy's, attached or close to the core and he crack blocks or something like that, and then you have to crack replace. But when you're in these positions, we can highlight him. You don't have a run responsibility. And even though this is a pass, this is a lateral pass that is still behind the line of scrimmage, you can't react to that from back here. You'll see, let it play. So he reacts to this. The corner reacts as well, which the corner I don't think should be reacting either. I believe this is quarters. A receiver, this is almost like a D lineman when you run past the screen. A receiver is never going to run by you like this on a play if with a guy in the backfield. So your antenna should go up. Your antennas obviously should go up, and it shouldn't even be a read for you, because you know no one, once again, deep half defender, deep as the deepest. So great execution by the 49ers. Great throw by C-Mac, but defensively, you cannot have this.
Can you guys tell from back if that's a lateral or not a lateral? That's a tough thing, because we have that suite now at those games. It's really hard to see who's moving forward, who's moving back, how far they're moving it. Is that something you can tell, or you just got to
You can't
be
really
disciplined?
Not really, but that's why you got to read your keys. Once again, the receiver's never going to run by you, when you're blocking. So something should go off. Something is abnormal that Ayuk is not going to, as a corner. You see me reacting as, oh, shit, I got a great reaction on this play. I'm going to go make a tackle. And this guy that's supposed to stalk block me just lets me run right by.
I mean, look at it. I mean, he's full sprint.
Yeah. And then you can, for me, body language, we always look, you talked about it earlier with baseball, like we're always looking at body language. Like, rewind this. It's Christian McCaffrey. When Christian McCaffrey catches the ball, he ain't like, this ain't how he runs with the ball. You know what I mean? So once again, I feel like Ramsey was he was in a great position, setting the edge on Kittle. He was going to make a play, but this corner should not be here, and obviously this safety should not be here. So great execution by the 49ers, great throw, great play by Ayuk, but defensively you absolutely cannot have that. Bad eyes, and continuing with bad eyes, Jalen Hurts will have a play right here, fake screen. Pause it, don't play it yet. Right now this is man-to-man coverage, right? But for some reason we have a safety on a receiver, and we got a corner on a tight end. So I don't know if these guys just got misaligned. Maybe it's a
because Goddard.
What's that?
It's because Goddard's the better receiver.
This is Zach Pascal, former Colt.
Yeah, he was
Came
really
over
good for the
Sirianni.
Colts.
Yeah, he was. And then we got Goddard out here.
All he did was catch touchdowns.
That's it,
Remember,
yeah.
Chris Ballard said that.
Yeah.
Guy fucking got another one.
Once again, we got single high out here. We're gonna fake this screen right here to Goddard, which is that's his play. It's my guy. He runs the screen. I go up and tackle it. You should have nothing.
Oh,
Nobody's gonna block you. Antenna should go up.
Oh, no.
So
Now that throw, I expect Jalen Hurts to make.
he didn't he didn't have to pump fake. He didn't have to do anything here. This is
Bowley could have scored this.
I don't know.
This
if
is
Cabola's
Pascal's
getting
touchdown.
in.
This is all Pascal does.
Score TDs, baby.
That's literally what Chris Ballard said. Nobody talks about Pascal. All the fucking guy does is catch touchdowns. Said it on the show.
Yeah.
He really did.
He did.
Ballard, do you want to keep him around then, or what do you? Any thoughts?
We got pressure here. You got to have eye discipline, obviously there, and that's bad ball. So see a little, see a lot is what one of my coaches used to say. Just read your keys. That's your guy. That's the guy you line up in front of. If he's going to block you, beat the block and make a tackle. But you shouldn't be looking and seeing one and breaking on one running this route.
So we got no hands on a guy. Okay,
Yep.
go route for A.J. Brown, the
Yep.
guy that you're spying. So you guys have recognized is probably the bigger threat on the entire team.
Deep post safeties leaning to his side. Yep.
So you've acknowledged that he is the guy that we're going to kind of look at as opposed to Devontae or anybody else. No hands on him at all. This one, isn't this like an easy switch that happens like a lot of plays if a tight end goes outside?
No, not on this one.
No, why not? Because he's a one?
You wouldn't switch it.
wouldn't-
You're not. You're locked. It's a man-to-man call.
Oh,
like-
you mean pre-snap, Pat? You mean line up?
I'm talking about
Oh,
him
okay.
move this way, him move this
Oh, you saying alignment-wise?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
One
that happens
thousand- yeah.
all the fucking time.
If it's man-to-man, if they call man-to-man in the huddle, you find your guy, you find the receivers out of the huddle, you line up across from them. Same thing for safeties, linebackers, whoever you guard. You know, based on the call, hey, if I'm a linebacker, I got a running back on this call, or I have a tight end on this call. If you go empty, maybe it's something that switches up. But this should be a good alignment unless it's a call with man principles but zone alignments, which there are some of those. Usually you see them more in the red zone. But I think this is a man-to-man call, but you got a corner on the tight end he's playing him pretty tight. So he's not afraid of, obviously, him running by him. But this is your guy. I don't care what the call is, fire zone, man, deep third. This is your guy. This is number 2, vertical. So if he blocks you, you beat the block, you make a tackle.
I think
You don't give this up.
I think I saw Stephon Gilmore and Shaq Leonard do this. 15 yards in front of me standing on Sunday, and that defense was out of sorts. But
Our defense, Colts defense?
yeah, there were some things that happened. I mean, there was a wide open. Did you get that? It could have been on here, I assume. There was a whole. It was like Shaq's first play. He ends up covering some of it. They come in the whole thing. But Shaq runs out. He literally switched. They switched the safety and the corner just switched like immediately before the ball's up. I'm going to take the wide receiver. You're going to take the tight end. Like, is this like what the fuck's going on in Pittsburgh? This is not a normal thing for Pittsburgh.
Steelers do not care. They will cover a slot receiver with a D lineman. They've done it for years. They never switch. It never happens for some reason.
And they've been good, so I guess it shouldn't matter. But I'm just saying, no hands, no switch. It's like
They leave T.J. Watt out there all the time on
What?
slot receivers, and it's been a problem for years.
Cam Sutton covers tight ends quite a bit, but who knows?
What the hell's going on over
It's
there?
bad.
I'm saying it seems like it's not good. Like this seems like bad football.
I think they were just, very aggressive. They wanted to get the ball, and
Bad play, though. Simple. Obviously.
When did they want to get the ball? After a
Right there.
kickoff?
No, right there.
After a touchdown?
right there.
Come on, guys.
When did they want the ball back?
They thought Goddard was getting the ball.
Well, isn't the Steelers' defense that's the thing? Like, the Steelers' defense is the thing.
Used to be.
Fall back on it.
What's going on, AJ? Are they fucking dead over there, dude?
I don't know. I mean, as Tone said, they thought Goddard was getting the ball. That's kind of how football goes. They're trying to show you one thing and give you another.
They're trying to get the ball.
So this is the next play. This is how you're supposed to play this. So same thing down here.
Jeez.
Both sides.
So they run the same play, and now a lot of people say Pickens, this should have been a catch. This was a good, accurate ball, great catch from him. But this is just it's simple responsibility. This is my guy. He's going here. He's faking the screen. It's just matching your guy once again. Simple defense, simple football, good ball
catch.
placement, good catch. Did he get his feet in?
Yes.
They ruled him out. So no, it didn't. But this is how you're supposed to play this from a structural standpoint as a defense. So if you run it back to the beginning, so this guy, he almost, he comes down aggressively, but he ends up on 3. He stays on 2, obviously, and then Slay takes care of his business out here.
Are they going to miss Claypool at all, would you say?
Fair enough.
I think so. I mean, I think they miss him. I think, Bears, they surprised me giving up a second for him.
Basically, at first, too. It's their own second.
Yeah, that surprised me. But maybe he goes out there and flourishes with Justin Fields.
Hell yeah.
He didn't enjoy being traded. He said it was one of the worst days of his life. Said hello to everybody. See, Cam Hayward runs the card table. That's what I saw out of those photos. Mm-hmm. Cam Hayward sitting there at the card table. He gave a piece. He did something at the cafeteria, probably he sits with for food, and then he did the meeting room, and he said it was his last day there. Farewell to all the boys or whatever.
Wow.
It's tough getting traded.
Middle of the season.
Yeah, it's tough getting traded, get cut. We'll see though.
They're not getting hands on anybody on go routes.
No,
I mean, that's
tough.
We'll see how it goes. These Eagles, man. And then this next play was actually sent in from Nick.
Hell of a play.
And I mean, if you just watch Slay down here, we can fly through this play, but just watch Slay, like, literally run this route for Johnson. And, like, he identified, like, something I said a few weeks ago, Slay makes the cornerback position look easy. I think it's the most difficult position on the field, especially defensively. But I think, rewind this, he sees the play action, so he obviously understands that the boot is coming, and the number one route off a boot is a comeback route. So you see how long his eyes are in the backfield, right? Let it play like a couple more frames. His eyes are still in the backfield, still in the backfield, still in the backfield. Now, after the fake is drawn out, now his eyes come back on the receiver. And now he knows, okay, it's certain break. Like as a corner, receivers, it's a break area about that 5 to 7 yards. And then as you get down the field, depending on the offense, some offenses run, 14-yard comeback, some run 18, some run 20. So he knows the break area and boom, foot in the ground. He's not even out his break. He gets out. He literally beats him to the spot, drops the pick. 18 almost catches it, but unbelievable play. Thank you for sending this one in, Nick.
Sure thing, D-Butt.
Just another guy the Lions traded away.
Yep.
Yeah, thank God. Is Slay one of the smartest corners, you say? Is that why he makes it look easy?
Yeah, because obviously he's still, he's older, and usually as you get older at that position, the game slows down for you mentally, but physically you slow down as well. So Slay has been able to take care of his body and still be, he can still run with everybody. He can still be physical at the line of scrimmage. But when you're athletic and talented like that physically, and you can play the game like this from a mind, like how, Brady's still playing his 40s as a quarterback, like that's like a coach out there under center. Like he's seeing everything. He's calling coverages out, carrying out a play action. And that's kind of what you're seeing with how Slay is playing ball this
Watching
year.
his head go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, like, all right. And then it's a young quarterback too. So it's not like, it's you facing young quarterbacks, you expect a more, simple, basic game.
Matt
Run that
Jones
back
is
one more time.
And the
I just want to
coordinator.
just watch the entire secondary. You saw Detroit. Just watch how everybody pause it. So this is boot, and just everybody's exactly where it's supposed to be. I'm here. I'm matched here. I'm moving in the post. And this is a simple thing. This is a routine thing, but this is a play where you're going to look on the defense. Nobody's got an ME. Nobody's got an MA. And those are plays you want. He's coming out. He's doing his response. Like, everybody's where they're supposed to be. And it's, it shows up when it shows up.
Such a basic play. It's almost like anyone could cover it.
Thank you, man.
I did draw this up in the virtual reality football game. Mm-hmm. Just a couple. Everybody just moved.
That dude's going to be open against a lot of corners. Slay. Slay's like his patience is unbelievable too. Like he has so much confidence in himself. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett doesn't throw a catchable ball, though. That's what we just learned.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
A little tough.
Steelers are going to win 7 straight after the bye week. Don't worry about it.
Sweet.
Nice.
I like the optimism.
You were on the draft yesterday. I'm kind of pumped to hear that.
Yeah, you're back. What'd you do? You laid that head
dude.
down on the pillow last night and said, "I can't give up on Steelers just
No.
yet."
They're
So
going to win 7 straight after the bye week.
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Go,
Tone.
You know what,
Tone.
Tone? If they do that, Tone, you know me, Ty, Connor.
Yeah.
I'll give you $1,000.
Sure.
I'm good. I don't need it.
No, a couple thousand.
I don't
And then
want it.
if they don't, we think you
Return the favor.
we think you
Send it
donate
right
to
back.
the Thunderdome. Just buy something
I
nice
don't
for
want
the
it.
Thunderdome.
Doesn't need it.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
what are you talking about? The walls are empty.
There's
Tone.
new sinks.
Tone.
A Paul Mall jersey.
How much you believe? Signed, autographed, Paul
Yeah.
Mall jersey.
I don't want it.
All right.
No, yeah. You get it for the office.
Hey, what we just learned? That was a fugazi.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? That all.
7 in a row.
Gaze Tone.
Full of shit. Here we got a 3rd and 7. This is, I think, a 1-point game right here at this point, 3rd quarter. And once again, just simple executions, man-to-man coverage. Now, you got a combo, right? You got a stack. So these two guys, obviously, you're in and out at Hufanga. He pops on film week in, week out. But simple coverage matches, handle the stack. Everybody's where it's supposed to be. And upfield, you'll see it from the tight copy. Fred Warner gets home. Great stunt up front. And this was kind of the story the rest of this game. And this has kind of been the story when these two teams face each other. But running back, you'll see from the D lineman, 94, 95. Watch how they both cross-face, beat to the leverage. I'm sure you guys are experts in the trenches now with AQ. They're going to cross-face, and Fred Warner's going to come around tight and obviously Stafford has nowhere to go with this ball. Back can't step up.
Everybody's in the same. This is when the pass rush and the coverage is the same thing.
Yep.
I think Peyton was talking about it on Monday Night Manning. Oh, it was a coverage sack right there. That was a coverage sack.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was, I forget who was talking about it. But it's like Jared Allen told us, you're just racing against a clock, basically, 2.5 seconds. Is that all you guys are basically trying to hold on for? Is there a timing in the corner's head? Like, is there a discussion between the defensive players? Like,
So you run it back from the wide, actually?
yes.
So 3rd and 7, you understand obviously the opponents you're facing. All right, are they a sticks team? This is Cooper Kupp right here. So 3rd and 7, Jimmy Ward's sitting right at the sticks, and he knows a pressure is coming. So you know it's not a 4-man rush, it's not a 3-man rush. You know if you got that, it's a chance that the quarterback's gonna have some time. With this pressure, you got these guys lined up out here, and they know the rush is coming. You know you can kind of sit and play these sticks a little more aggressively, especially if they're a sticks team like the Rams are. So you watch Jimmy Ward here. So it's really nowhere for Stafford to go with this ball quickly. So pause it. So once he runs his route, both of these guys are matched up. Allen Robinson's going to push away late, but it's way too late at this point.
And
so
the
this
DBs know that there's a
They know.
we have a stunt in the game happening where
Yep.
this ball has to come
And
out
it's
quick.
gotta come out,
And
yeah.
if not, they're going to be sacked. And if they're not sacked, they fucking didn't do their job.
Yep, and Peyton was talking about it on Monday night. It was back-to-back plays. The Bengals ran cover 0. I think it was 2nd and 12, 3rd and 12, and they didn't have a plan for it pre-snap. You know, and the corner was just sitting off at like 6-7 yards because there's certain blitzes where if we're sending one more than they got, the ball's got to come out quick. It's only 2 routes you can run basically: a slant or a fade. And if that's not the route you're coming, so sticky matches at the top of the drop. So that's front end.
That's
and
why
back
Von
end
Miller gets $160
working
million
in
or
unison.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because the defense who gets Tre'Davious White, who's back practicing, they said he's still day to day. He might not be playing this weekend. We shall see or whatever for the Buffalo Bills. But you get Von Miller in there with the back end that they have, they can just kind of work off each other, and everybody's pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If that front end and back end is tied together, and so Buffalo, what they do is they get after the passer with 4. So even when you're just rushing 4, you know it's a good chance 40 or 50 is getting home, which is crazy. And then on the second level, Matt Milano.
You have 7 dudes.
Yeah, and then Matt Milano has been playing really, really well at that linebacker position in coverage. So
AJ, that's why having good roster is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does help to have really good players.
Yeah, it is a benefit. It is a benefit at key positions, huh, AJ?
Absolutely. Fun to watch. Fred Warner, great little blitz there, too. That's like what Deion Jones got home with the Cleveland game, too.
Yeah, Monday.
a lot of good. So this one's is my favorite coverage. Cover 1 robber. So
Is this our first London film?
It might be.
Think
I
so.
think, no, we had Honey Badger got a pick over there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
You're right.
We're an international show.
Yeah.
Hey, London, we're in your town here. Ain't that right? Hello.
Hello,
Tea
Hello.
Hey, look at my teeth.
Oh,
The new king has fat fingers.
doesn't he?
So
Doesn't he?
Their record won't show, but this has
It was a
been
great game, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Wasn't it?
one of the best defenses in the league this year.
Oi!
Broncos.
It is, isn't it?
That's rubbish.
Great
Bollocks.
It is.
One of them doesn't sweat. I know. One of the Royals.
You see the mechanics here. This is 143.
You got a
left in the
problem,
game.
don't you?
Yeah.
What's that,
Watch
Hulk?
your mouth.
Hey, Jay.
Darius, you got no shot here. Okay?
Sorry.
D-Bud, you had no shot, dude. I mean, once we have to unload all of our English stuff,
Yeah.
it is
Gotta get
just,
it out.
it is just.
Yeah, that's up there with what we know about Dan Jones. Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, and Dan Snyder.
Yep.
True.
Anyways,
And Brett Favre.
let's get back to London.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre really did it to them boys. It was like our ancestors.
Yeah.
It was really like what we
Brett
did.
Favre does what the royal family's been doing for years.
Years.
Pissing on the poor, you know.
Generations.
He took all
Exactly.
his shillings.
Is Brett a knight? Sorry.
Really does.
We have English fans.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys following.
Love you guys.
Love you, England.
Love you.
Thanks for the country.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Sorry.
soon.
They fucking lost it. We fucking took it.
Well, and then if you want to go deeper, what you guys did to get land back,
Yeah.
a little questionable.
India really hates you.
Not just India. It's a lot of countries.
What?
You remember what they were saying about the Queen when she passed?
On Twitter,
Yeah.
loud, isn't it?
It's coming
Wasn't
home.
good, was it?
Like, brilliant.
Once again, we love England. We are just doing all the things we have heard and know about your great country.
That's right.
Now, there was an American football game the PAFL put together in London Sunday morning. Mr. Unlimited played against Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. DB, what did we miss in that we should have been looking for?
Got a big win. And this defense been balling all year. Once again, you see the Lions, you see Pittsburgh, you see simple things just fucked up. This is a 2-minute situation, 1:43 left in the clock. Jacksonville needed a touchdown. And they come out and play one robber. K'Wan Williams had an unbelievable day this day. But you got the robber here, Kareem Jackson. Cover one robber. So everyone's man-to-man, outside leverage. He's outside leverage. Everybody's out. Patrick, he can do whatever he wants to do out there. Outside leverage, use the robber help. And actually, you'll see, before we get to the throw, kind of how they pass this off. Let it play.
Yep.
So, boom, pause it. So, once again, he's outside leverage on this tight end. He knows he has a robber. He sees the crosser coming. They're actually able to sort this all out. He should be outside leverage as well. Trevor Lawrence makes a horrible throw as far as ball placement. He makes a great pick with the cast on his hands to seal this game. So K'Wan Williams to seal this game. He was a great slot corner San Fran before he came over. But this is a big-time play. Justice Simmons had another big-time interception on the goal line earlier in this game. But great execution on the back end. Obviously a great play to end this game and get that big win for the Broncos. And is Mr. Unlimited down here on the sideline?
Oh, I don't know. Let's get back. It's definitely fine.
He
Dude.
yelled ball. You know
Pass.
Yep.
I heard him. Can you hit? Ball.
Ball.
Pass.
Pass.
Ball. He better be. What if he isn't?
Where is it? No.
Oh, there he is. Bottom right.
see it?
Thank you, Jesus.
Where is
A little
it?
closer. Yeah, right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he is
Just
there.
yelled it.
Did you guys yell anything when you picked it off?
Ski!
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
But yeah, great play to start Sunday off. This is the game that Orslowski was on.
And he did great. He
did.
did great.
He
Just
did.
like you did, DB. Thank you so much, Darius.